I swear. She wants to be on TV.
She loves the camera.
What? Look, you're on TV. Okay, you're sitting in Paul's spot. Now you're gonna move. Come over here.
Excuse
God,
me.
you got me like way up close. I feel like I'm DJ Schematics.
What's up, people? Back from celebration. Oh, life is lit up, and we're ready to
So freaking
pour
fired up
some
right
lighter
now.
fluid on this thing. So, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, we missed you too.
It's definitely different not being in that consistent routine, right? You get used to it. You start to get in that flow, and then you want to keep putting it out there for people, not only to keep the energy high, but to keep the momentum going. So
You gotta see. Hold on. I gotta see this little cat run over here. She's like literally
chilling.
just chilling right there. She's so
she's
funny.
chilling on all the stuff.
Okay.
So, okay, kitty.
Oh yes, it was great to meet so many of you.
Oh yeah, how awesome was that?
Oh my God, that was so amazing. No, she's not a little cat. She's a big cat. She's big boned.
She's little in her mind.
Her name is Tilly. She needs isogenics.
She's little in her mind when she jumps up on the bed and lays on my chest, thinking she's still a little kitten, but she's 55 pounds. No, she's not quite that big. But anyway.
My name is Lynette.
And my name is Paul.
Welcome, welcome. I know we have so many new viewers with us. I don't know how
the word is getting out, but we're glad that you've joined us. And
yes, we are kind of boring, but that's cool because we can black you.
I don't know. I'm not sure how you found out about us, but we're glad that you joined us for sure. So our mission is to add value to your life, to not only enhance your business, but to enhance the results that you're getting in any area. So a lot of what we talk about can be applied across the board, but specifically to what we do, this is going to take somebody from, stagnant or brand new or, no clue what to do to creating a business of their life, of their dreams rather. So
yeah. So essentially, whether you own your own business, traditional business franchise or network marketing business, Paul and I implement new 2.0 business methods using social media. And we're seeing phenomenal results. We're on episode, God, babe, 54?
53 or 54,
53,
yeah.
54, I think I lost count. But lives are changing, businesses are shifting. And so if you're brand new, stay with us. Stay with us. We're gonna walk you through everything.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we talk about that you may not have a clue what we're talking about because
No, it's not a pyramid business.
we've already done over 50 episodes, and we've been layering all this information for the people that have been with us the whole time. But that doesn't mean that we don't recap, we don't go over the stuff quite often and in more depth and detail along the way. So just if things don't make sense, just keep following along. They'll click, and we'll go back to those foundational principles. But for now, we are back from celebration and we are ready to roll. So I don't know about you guys, but we are super pumped, and we can't tell you what the next 90 to 100 days are going to do for the business in general as a collective. So this is an exciting time. We're in the busy season of our industry, and this is, as far as I'm concerned, day one. So
if you've never done a 90-day game plan in your business, you're in for a treat. Some of you in our top leaders page actually admitted they're kind of scared about this. Don't want you to be scared. I do want you to have a little bit of anxiousness about this, but you're going to quickly know that the steps that Paul and I give you will absolutely work. You've got your game plan. If you don't have the 90-day game plan workbook, you need to go ahead and order that.
Guys, real quick, this business is simple.
And it's predictable.
And it's predictable. It's not easy, but it is simple. And it's not easy because, of the stuff that we tend to bring in this business when we start. These are things that we need to work through ourselves, our confidence, our self-worth, what we're meant, what we think we deserve.
Hold on, I want to stop right there because many of you may not even think that you deserve the success. The next 90 days is going to change the financial blueprint of your life. I really want you to embrace that. The next 90 days will change the financial blueprint of your life. It changed Paul and I when we came back from NYKO in January. We were just managers.
Big time.
Many of you may not know we stayed at a Roach Motel. We lugged our rice cooker with us, cooking rice in our little hotel. We brought food with us because we couldn't afford to go out, and our life changed. So this can happen to you if you just follow the steps. Everything is predictable. Everything is strategic. So today's episode is going to be totally about preparing for the 90 days, because if you've been with us, we've been going over the 2-week turnaround, the rule of 5, which led us into now the 90-day game plan. Paul and I just came back from Celebration. If you're just now joining with us, you have no idea what we're talking about. Celebration is just one of our flagship events for our company. So it doesn't matter what company that you represent. You can absolutely apply all of these tactics and strategic moves in your business as well. But right now, today's the preparation phase. We are not waiting. We're not waiting for everybody else to start. We don't follow the pace. We set the pace, because remember, leaders go first. You are a leader. If you're on this episode, this broadcast right now, you are making the decision to become a professional network marketer or professional business owner now. You're no longer playing around with this idea. You're making the decision if you're on with us, right? So let's get to work.
Yeah.
So,
first things first.
You know, I'm a visual because that's why we do these Periscope episodes. You're either auditory, you're either visual or kinesthetic. I'm kind of a kinesthetic kind of gal, visual kind of gal, so I need something to write with. So I want everybody to kind of write this down if you can kind of see this. We're in a 90-day game plan, and we're in the preparation phase. The preparation phase today is totally about self-assessment. This is your checkpoint for a self-assessment right now.
Remember, guys, we've been talking about self-assessment for the entire 53 episodes or so. These are constant rechecks of your performance, rechecks of your results, rechecks of your actions. Are they effective to get you to the goal that you want?
Yes. Take a quick second right now. Grab some paper or a pen, or if you're driving, just listen in right now. We've got a 24-hour recap or replay on Periscope. If you're brand new and new to Periscope, just know that the Periscope is kind of a new platform, so it acts a little wonky. Just log into Twitter on your computer rather than the mobile app, and it'll run much smoother on Twitter. Just find us at Global Executives on Twitter, and there will be a Periscope link on our page. That's if you want to recap or replay it. But today's episode, I want you to make this decision right now. You know where you're at in the business. You're doing a self-assessment check right now. Over the last 6 months, I'm talking to the seasoned business owners. If you've been in this business for 6 months or more and you have not rank advanced, you have not moved in your business, you will need to revamp everything. Listen to what I'm saying. You're going to make 2 decisions if you've been in this business for a while. You will either revamp your entire business at this point, or you will, if something has been working in your business, you will refine it. And I'll go into this. Hold on. If you have not rank advanced in your business, you need to do a self-assessment check right now and go, okay, the stuff that I was doing didn't work. I need to revamp. I need to revamp and redo some stuff. Now, if you've been with us for a while and things are working for you, then you just need to simply refine. I'm talking for the people who are brand new. They're just now jumping on board. They've been in business for a while. They've plateaued. Nothing's working for them. You're going to need to revamp some stuff. Because the saying is, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and nothing's working, that's the definition of insanity, right? So if you're going to have to revamp some stuff, that's going to take a huge, courageous decision. Courageous decision. But when me and Paul talk about this 90-day game plan, we're talking about changing the entire financial blueprint of your life and your family's life.
Now, guys, keep in mind, if what you're doing now is working for you and you've been ranking... Now, this is nothing we're coming up with. Jill, our amazing business partner, friend, and life changer, she taught us that if you're not ranking advancing every 6 months, you're doing something wrong. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. That doesn't mean that you suck at this business. That doesn't mean you can't do it. It simply means that you need to revamp your entire business strategy using maybe the new tools that we're giving you, or adjusting the things that that have been working and amplifying that. Or it means if you have been getting results and you have been rank advancing, refining, becoming better at what you do, strengthening your strong points, and then also bringing up your weak points. Now, a lot of people talk about weaknesses and strengths. Strengthening your strong points should be your goal because you're already good at them, okay? You want to do more of those things, but also you're looking at your weaknesses. Now, weaknesses are not a bad thing. They're simply a message to yourself that is where you're lacking, so you need to change certain aspects of yourself or your tactics or your actions so that will not be holding you back. In fact, it will help you move forward faster.
Now remember, Paul and I always talk about the color code. Many of you have taken the color code test, and if you have not taken the color code test, I want you to write this down. I want you to go to colorcode.com, figure out whether you are predominantly a red, a yellow, a blue, or a white. These are your driving motives. You need to know who you are so you can figure out what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are within that color code. Mm-hmm. You also need to know who is in your team, what color they are, so you know how to interact with them and connect with them on a different level. Reds don't connect with blues the same way. Blues do not connect with whites or yellows in the same way. So please understand that you need to understand which color code that you are.
And refining, it can be difficult for sure. And that's the thing about life, is we're always refining. Even the 7-figure earners in our business are still refining. And the ones that say that they're not, they're lying to you, because everyone has weaknesses that they can improve on, and everyone has strengths that they can make stronger. Otherwise, we'd all be the top earners or the top number one in everything that we do. So
we're not, so we're going to continue to refine. So
exactly.
So today's episode, again, we're just preparing. I'm going to give you a list of things that you need to prepare and make sure that you have on board, because when we go into this 90-day game plan, it's game time, okay? This is where we're going to build massive momentum. Holton Bugs talks about launching your business. We're not going to be piddling and playing around with this and seeing if things work anymore. We're launching this thing. We're going to 90 days. I'm talking hot mess, but strategic. We're not going to be flailing around like we used to in the 90 days. Everything is going to be strategic. If you're brand new, we're going to teach you about the 2-week turnaround, how to bump that up. The rule of 5, how to bump that up and then go straight into this 90-day game plan like we're doing right now. Momentum, 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 and none of us are going to stop over the next 90 days. Paul and I will be with you over the next, over the next 90 days? We're going to talk about that, because I know we have like 40-something episodes. Well, we're going to be with you over the next 90 days, with today being episode 54. Let us kind of figure out what we're going to do. But remember, during the 90-day game plan, your life will be imbalanced. Write that down. My life is going to be imbalanced, and it should be. Your life is not balanced during a 90-day game plan. It is imbalanced.
Guys, look at where balance got you so far. Is this what you want?
Ooh, ouch.
I'm just being honest. Guys, no successful person in the world lives a balanced life, at least for a portion of their time. Do you think Tony Robbins is a balanced human being? No, he's obsessed with changing people in a positive way. Do you think Grant Cardone is balanced in his real estate endeavors? No, he makes $100 million. I mean, he is clearly obsessed with what he does. You can name it. A successful person after a successful person, they live and breathe and sleep and dream about what they do all day, every day. It's okay to be imbalanced if it's a good thing that you're imbalanced for. This is just a mindset you have to get into. Being imbalanced, meaning tipping the scales toward massive action in your business, is all we're talking about when it comes to imbalance, is necessary for a short period of time in your life so that you can take a business that may not be giving you everything that you want and turning it into the dream business you've always thought it could be.
Perfect. All right, so if you got a pen and paper handy, I want you to write these tips down, because we're in the preparation mode. I want to make sure that everybody is prepared for the next 90 days, and you need to have some things set in place to make sure that you are set up for success. I'm going to help you make sure that you are set up for success. Make sure that you have a 90-day game plan book. I'm old school. Look, even though I do new school techniques, I am also old school because I prefer the physical book. If you can't afford the book, that's okay. You can find the free PDF online. If you're in my company, or I'm sure that whatever company you represent, you have a 90-day game plan workbook.
Mm-hmm.
Please make sure that you get that. Your team will duplicate everything that you do, so please get this book. It's an investment.
Yeah, and your team will also duplicate everything you don't do, so keep that in mind too.
Okay, so that's the first. Make sure you have the 90-day game plan workbook. Make sure you have a white plain calendar. You can get this real cheap at Walmart or Target. Make sure you have a calendar. There is a calendar in the back of the 90-day game plan, but I need you to have a separate calendar so you can put it on the wall so you can see it. I need you to have maybe 2 of these marble notebooks. If you've been following us, then you probably already have a couple of these. This is where you're going to be writing your goals and affirmations with emotions and some other stuff. You have something to write with. Please do not spend all day in Target and get the pretty pink ones with the glitter and the matching glitter pens to go with it. Get in and get out of Target or Walmart. Get in, get out, okay? Also, please upgrade your cell phone to the most effective one that you can afford. I need you to upgrade service or storage or upgrade your phone, whatever you can. I need you to have the most effective phone for you over the next 90 days so you can do business on your phone at all times. If you have an old one that keeps logging out, or it's broken, or the screen's cracked, or it's just not as effective and you're always cursing at your phone, you are that person that I'm talking to. I want you to make sure that you have the most effective phone. In fact, I've got the 6 Plus, and I need to upgrade already because I have so many pictures and I do videos on these, and you need to make sure that you have plenty of memory on your phone.
Guys, the key is you need a smartphone that you can access your social media networks, and you can also do videos for your business.
Please make sure you have extra chargers for your cell phone, or maybe even a battery pack. Many of us just came back from Celebration in San Diego, and those battery packs really came in handy. So just make sure that you have plenty of chargers inside the car and outside of the car, because you're going to be doing lots of talking and communicating on your phone. Right?
So
a house phone also.
She was talking about upgrading her phone. She has the 6 Plus, but upgrading to larger storage, larger
storage.
memory.
I think I've got the 64. I need to go up to like 128 or something, whatever.
So that's all.
Please have a designated workspace in your home. It does not need to be something fancy or big. Mine is literally on my kitchen table, guys. It's the same kitchen table that I've had over the last year, and I just haven't cleared out a space. I work on one side and Paul works on the other. If you were at Celebration with us, then you saw Hillary Courtney on stage, and she has like a little mini closet. She's a multi-millionaire.
Funniest little workspace.
Multi-millionaire, but she has her own little space to do the business. So I want you to designate a special place in your home.
And she rocks it there. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big oak desk with a fluffy chair and, some whatever.
You don't need anything fancy. Your designated space is not where you're going to make your business thrive. It's the heart space, right? It's the heart space that makes the difference. So I don't care if it's just a chair and a small table, but just have something where you can kind of get into business mode, if you will. So you know that when you're sitting down, it's business time, right? You can collect your thoughts. You can write your goals down. This is where you're going to be communicating. You're going to be on your computer. Also, if you need to upgrade your computer, then do so also. Just make sure that you have all the things that you need to build a business in the most efficient and easily way that you can.
Awesome. Printing the 90-day game plan as we speak.
Perfect. Just get yourself a hole puncher and a nice notebook, and you can put everything in there. Please make sure that you have a high energy product page. Paul and I have been teaching you and training you about this, but if you are brand new, we're going to go more into that through future episodes. But I just need to make sure that you understand that you have a high energy product page, and you only need to be associating with one high energy product page. Please do not reinvent the wheel. If your upline already has a high energy product page, then you will be doing all of your connections and training and teaching in that high energy product page. One high energy product page. Please, this is really important. Some of you are still doing this. You have a slow product page, and we're talking about high momentum over the next 90 days, and you can't do that in a slow page.
Guys, this is literally the key to moving your business lightning fast. So,
circle this one, highlight.
So this is the one. This is the one. If you don't have it, let's put it together, and if you do have, or your upline has it, use theirs. Okay, just let's focus on this. This is what everything else is based off of, and we're going to teach you how to use it. So keep that in mind.
Paul and I always teach energy first, technique and mechanics second. Energy needs to be contained with your team only in one high energy product page. This is where the momentum will rise. Okay. Ooh, some of you are not going to like this next preparation tip. Please spend less time on Instagram and more time on Facebook.
What?
I repeat that. Less time on Instagram and more time on Facebook. Some of you may not like that, but we're finding with all businesses across the board, whether it's a traditional business, franchise, or otherwise, Instagram does not have the connection or profitability as Facebook. Facebook is where you need to be and spend all of your time. Now, notice that I did not say don't spend any time on Instagram. I said spend less time on Instagram. More time connecting on Facebook so you can channel people, your prospects, straight into the product page. Okay? Less Instagram. Many of you are still doing Instagram. It's not working. Please duplicate Tracy O'Malley. Please duplicate Jill Bowman and Tanya Kirkpatrick and those other leaders before us. Okay? Many times those that do Instagram, that use Instagram, it's because they're already high leaders or profitable leaders in our company, and they're just kind of connecting. But most of your connections should be made in Facebook, and you're going to find better connections on Facebook so you can channel them straight into your Facebook page. Plus, when you're out and about prospecting people, you can pre-qualify them to see if they're on Facebook, right? Because you want them in your Facebook product page, because this is where I help you manipulate the Facebook algorithm. Okay?
So guys, keep in mind your Facebook product page is your storefront. If you're spending your time on Instagram, it's going to be hard to get people into your storefront. And we're going to teach you how that's the case and why that would be the case. But just trust us. And this is not based off of 3 successful other leaders that we've seen. This is based off of any event we've gone to. The people on stage, the millionaires in our company, the high 6-figure earners in our company have all said, if they've talked about building their business on social media, they've all used Facebook, all of them.
Jennifer, I want to answer her question real quick. If you do not have the money to upgrade, then you do not. Then you do not upgrade right now. Paul and I, just 1 year ago, had our phone turn off, our cell phone, so the home phone turned off, cell phone turned off, gas turned off, hot water turned off, and we had to work with what we got, right? I'm talking to those that have the opportunity, that are finding themselves very frustrated because their cell phone isn't working or their computer isn't working. If you have the financial means to upgrade, then this is the time to do it. Okay? Otherwise, just work with what you got. Okay. Yeah. So less time on Instagram. What else? Okay, this is a good one. If you are brand new in this business, let's see. Let me rephrase that. If you are in my company, if you are a director or executive, I want you to form what's called small mini teams. I want you to prepare by forming small mini teams, and I'll explain what that means. If you're brand new in the company, you need to make sure that you're involved in a small mini team. Okay?
We don't have an assistant yet.
Not yet.
We both run this business 24/7, so right now we're able to handle the load, but I'm sure that there will be a time where we bring somebody in shortly. So
if you're a leader in the business and you already have a team established, I want you today, beginning today, connect with your leaders, right? So I have a 4-star executive on my team. She's one of my leaders, and I'm going to find other leaders underneath her, and I'm going to start connecting with some of the other leaders. And what I'm doing is I'm asking them, who are your builders? So for instance, I just want to give you one example. I have a girl named Tina who is one of my leaders in my downline, and I asked Tina, who are some of your builders? And Tina said, Melissa. So I put myself in a 3-way chat with Tina and Melissa, because I want Melissa to know that she has a strong mini team right here. Strong mini team right here. I asked Stacy, who is another leader in my downline, who are one of your builders? She said, Sarah. So I put myself in a 3-way chat. I did this. I put myself in a 3-way chat on Facebook with Stacy and her builder, Sarah. So I know that Sarah knows that she has a mini team with Stacy and I, and we're connecting. So I'm going to form mini pods or mini teams throughout this 90-day game plan, because the reason for this is you're going to be doing weekly self-assessment checks.
Okay, this is huge, guys.
This is important because we're always going to be doing self-assessments throughout the next 90 days. This is important because what happens, just like New Year's, when everybody wants to lose weight during New Year's, everybody falls off after like week 2,
okay,
right?
So
week 2, week 3, everybody falls off and they stop going to the gym. It happens, but we're not going to do this because we're going to hold each other accountable. Again, just like Gloria said, solo is a no-go. Form mini pods. If you are brand new, you're just a consultant or a manager, then you need to make sure that you are in a mini pod or a mini team. Find one.
Now,
okay?
Okay, so just to clarify here, there's a couple things that are happening. The reason that we're putting these teams together is because somebody brand new comes on board, or somebody who wants the business and who doesn't really know how to move or what to do. They get kind of, put in this mini team. Keep in mind, she said she did this, okay? Now, when she's talking about that she did this, she's literally taking the action to build her business, right? So that means that you don't wait for other people to come to you and say, I'm ready, let's get this together. You basically force an interaction, a positive interaction, where somebody else finds out finally that you are available to them and that they can run with you. In fact, that's going to be the accountability piece that they need in the 90-day game plan. And that will also be the thing that lets them know, right? Because there's 3 people in this interaction. 2 of them, well, each person is either learning or leading, right? And depending on the position in that particular interaction, those people will know that they can run with this person and that they can check with somebody who's gone ahead of them whether or not they're on the right track.
So, for instance, what I'll do is, and I just started this today. I just started forming my mini pods. I'm not done yet, so I'm going to contact Gloria because she's one of my personally enrolled. And I'm going to say, Gloria, who's one of your builders, or who do you see potentially as being an amazing builder on our team? And she'll tell me who that person is. And I'm going to put me, Gloria, and her builder in just a small mini pod, or maybe 3 or 4 people. That doesn't matter. It should be financially connected, but it doesn't have to be, right? Because the whole purpose as a leader on your team is to make sure people rank advance, right? So you're reaching down, we're reaching down. So I'm going to help Gloria with her team builder. I'm going to let her team builder know that I and Gloria are with you every step of the way over the next 90 days. This is really important. Solo is a no-go. You cannot do this business or any business or life in general by yourself. So please stop doing everything by yourself. You need to have some team members, strong leaders with you doing this together. You're always with Paul and I, at least on Periscope every day, so you're with us. But you also on your own team, if you're a leader yourself, form little mini pods, because you need to do self-assessment checks, weekly self-assessment checks, to make sure that everybody are being engaged and staying motivated. You can't do this by yourself. I promise you the energy will go down very fast. Over the first 2 weeks, it'll plummet. I'm telling you this. Please listen to what I'm saying. Your energy will plummet. It just happens, right? It happens. It's like a natural human nature instinct for us to just go, I give up, right? So with these mini pods, in our company, every Sunday night is the close of business day. So maybe each Sunday night, for instance, maybe I'll just check in with Tina and Melissa and Gloria and her team member and Stacy and Sarah, and just check in and go, okay guys, this is what Lynette's done for the entire week. What have you guys done? Not to make them feel bad, it's just to do a self-assessment check and go, oh man, Lynette's really kick it up a notch. Maybe I need to do the same thing, or I kind of slacked off. Maybe I can refine some stuff. You're just constantly refining, retuning, refining each week, right? Plus you kind of hold each other accountable, and I can always cheer Stacy and her team member on, right?
And guys, check this out. This gives you, as the leader, an accurate record of the track that they've gone down. So if you're checking in with them every week, and you see that they're doing something that might not be adjusted, the next week you should be able to see that is corrected, not for yourself, but for them, because it's all about them. I mean, that's exactly what these mini teams are all about, is about helping the other people rise in their own leadership. Yeah. So just be real careful with the mini teams. This is just my personal suggestion. I don't know, I'm kind of still tweaking this out also. It's just that with these mini teams and mini chats,
they can really become overwhelming. And some of you are full-time students, full-time employees right now, or you're full-time mommy and daddies at home, and you can't be chit-chatting so much in these mini teams. Check in, check out, right? Hey guys, I'm doing this. How's everybody doing? Okay, check out. Because if we spend too much time in these mini conversations, you're not spending enough time connecting with your prospects outside of that. So just be really aware of that. You still want to have connection with your team. Yes, you do. But don't spend so much time in the private chat rooms and just talking about some random stuff that's not really getting you to your goal. So just be real careful with that, okay? And the last one. Some of you may need to have what's called a support conversation. The support conversation will go to those that have either a spouse or somebody in their home that's not really on board. So you're going to have the support conversation and just go, honey,
yes,
the next 90 days is going to be pretty rough, pretty tough, but I've got some big goals and big plans for this family. You're either going to come and support me or move out of my way. You need to have this conversation with your spouse.
Guys, do you understand that if the spouse or significant other decides to support you by running with you or helping you with the business or being part of your journey, that is obviously a form of support. But also, if if the other option is to stay out of the way because they're not 100% on board, or they don't quite get what you're doing, or they're not really 100% in the supportive mode, getting out of the way is a form of support. That means that you're supporting them, letting them do their thing, and you're staying out of the way, or rather the other person.
So you just need to go ahead and just have the support conversation right now and just say, honey, I'm going to be on this phone for a long time over the next 90 days. I'm going to be on my computer, and I'm going to be out and about meeting people. I'm going to be on this phone. Guys, do you understand?
Guys,
I have built a multiple six-figure income on my phone, and I don't have to go to a job. That is a true blessing. So please have this conversation with them and let them know, yes, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on my phone, but it's going to catapult this business, and it's going to change our family. I want to do this for this family. I want to do that for them. Okay, so please have the conversation. Let them know right off the bat, I'm going to be on the phone a lot. And what you're also going to do is going to be working in 50-minute blocks. So during the support conversation, let them know that you're not going to be on the phone all day, but majority of your time over the next 90 days is going to be spent building a business, a multi-million-dollar business on a phone, right? That's okay. But you'll work in 50-minute blocks. So that way you can take a couple 50-minute blocks out of your day to spend time with the family. So I want you to have this conversation and ask them what works for you, right? You need to have this conversation with them, because the next 90 days is going to be crazy, right?
No.
And before I forget real quick,
go ahead.
Some of you are going back to school, or you're in school right now, or you've got to go back to work, you're a full-time teacher or whatever, or you're a full-time mom and you've got 5 kids at the house. If that's the case, then I want you to also work in 50-minute blocks. Don't spend all of your time doing useless things, because I know that you've got to study, or you've got to make dinner for the family, or you're at work, whatever the case is. But I want you to work in 50-minute blocks, and whether that's a 50-minute block early in the morning where you've got to get up an hour early, that's okay. Spend 10 minutes brushing your teeth, grab a quick cup of coffee or whatever. Ooh, we have great new organic coffee, by the way, right? So get that. And then get to work for 50 minutes. And then get dressed, go to school, whatever you got to do, or go to work. And then when you come home, fix dinner, which you got to do for the family, and then maybe between 8 and 8:50, you do one more 50-minute block at night, and then you can go off and finish studying or getting the kids ready off for bed or whatever. But you need to choose your 50-minute blocks if you are one of those busy people that's trying to implement the 90-day game plan into your already busy schedule. Just pick 1 or 2 or 3 50-minute blocks.
Guys,
okay? Don't overwhelm yourself.
Keep in mind, you can do this full-time, you can do this part-time, and you can still make 6 and 7 figures. But the most important thing is consistency of effort. If all you can do during a weekday or a work day is 1 50-minute block a day, then do it every day and do it at the same time every day. Mm-hmm. Then throughout the rest of the day, you can kind of piece together in a few minutes here, a few minutes there, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. that's kind of what I did when I was working my full time, when we're in, when we're running hard on this. But one 50-minute block over 5 days, and then typically people have 2 days off for work. Try to get in 2 or 3 on those days. But whatever you do, make sure it's consistent. If you're going to do 2, do 2 every day that you have off. If you're going to do 3, do 3 50-minute blocks every day you have off. The effort will compound on itself. You will start seeing results, but you have to stay consistent. The first rule, when I was taking piano lessons as a little kid, my piano teacher said, you don't have to practice 10 hours a day, but you have to practice 30 minutes every day, no matter what. Practicing 10 hours on a Saturday is not as effective as practicing 30 minutes every day. Do you understand the power of consistency? This habit alone will change the way the 90-day game plan, returns the investment that you're putting in as far as time goes.
I saw somebody just mentioned they have to work 12-hour shifts. I'm hoping that you don't have to work 12-hour shifts 5 days in a row or 7 days in a row. That would be crazy. You need to do this business really quickly so you can replace that. But oh my God, what I would do if I'm working 12-hour shifts, me and Paul are what's called the 5 a.m. club. If you don't know what the 5 a.m. club is, that we get up at 5 a.m. and you begin your day, because most people will become 85% more productive than somebody who does not wake up at 5 a.m. So if you're already working you're a nurse, okay, so if you're working like the 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift or whatever that may look for you, you may need to do 20-minute blocks, another 20-minute blocks at lunch, and maybe a 10-minute block on the way home. Something like that. You're just going to have to fit a 50-minute block somewhere in your day, or pick up some additional 50-minute blocks over the weekend. But I want to hit this point right here. What do you do during the 50-minute block? What do you do during this 50-minute block? During the 50-minute block, you are going to be branding yourself if you're brand new. And you're going to be teaching, because remember in the 2-week turnaround and the rule of 5, we teach you how to brand yourself, and we teach you how to teach others about the product, and we teach you how to teach others about the business. So if you're brand new and you're doing 50-minute blocks and you're going, well, I don't know what to do during my 50-minute block, you're branding yourself. You are either teaching about the product in the product page, or you're teaching about the business, anything that you may know by using the tools in a business page.
Typically, the majority of your time will be branding yourself, because you're trying to build the curiosity. You're trying to draw the people in so that you actually can start building a business, working with people.
If you are a director or executive or even a manager in our business, then you will spend most of your time also. You're continuously branding. You're still teaching about the products. You're still teaching about the business. And as always, regardless of where you are in the business, you're continuously adding value to people's lives. So in that 50 minutes, you're wishing people a happy birthday. That is an amazing new selfie that you have. Great photography, or you're connecting with people on Facebook. Or you're physically going out and purposely going to Target or Walmart and seeing if you can connect, or you're going to mommy groups, or you're going to yoga class. You're trying to connect with people outside of the home. But in that 50 minutes, or in our case, Paul and I will go to the gym and maybe we can connect with somebody at the gym. But you're working in 50-minute blocks. So make sure that you are strategic on Facebook and you're not just like funning around and kind of like scrolling through the news feed. You should be teaching. You should be adding value to people's lives and connecting with somebody, changing the Facebook algorithm while you're on Facebook, right? We don't just get on Facebook anymore and throwing mud on the wall and see if things work. Paul and I teach you how to manipulate the Facebook algorithm. So that's what you're doing in that 50-minute block. I know Gloria opened up a brand new Spanish page, so she can spend some of her time in that, posting and teaching in Spanish, in the business pages or the other product pages. So just be really strategic when you're doing something in the 50-minute blocks, or maybe you're following up. A lot of us drop the ball on following up, right?
So guys, we're going to go into a lot of these points in depth like we have the last 50 some odd days. Branding is an absolutely key point to building your business, and we go in depth. We literally tell you what to post. We tell you how to do it. We tell you the techniques involved. We tell you how that will lead into a prospect, which will lead into a somebody that you need to follow up with, which will lead into an enrollment. We go over all of it.
So in the 90-day game plan, and if you were with us at Celebration, they talked about posting once a day and doing the 10-4-1. You're not doing that in the 90-day game plan. You're kicking this up a notch.
Guys, check this out.
2 notches probably, right?
So 10-4-1, right? That's 15 posts. We typically teach you to post a minimum of 5 times a day, okay? If you do a 10-4-1 over the entire week, posting 1 time a day, that's going to take you 15 days to get through 1 cycle of that, right? That is absolutely a waste of your time.
You can't do it anyway because of the Facebook algorithm now. The leaders that were teaching that at Celebration were building your business 4 years ago. The Facebook algorithm just changed again. So you can't post just one time a day. So go ahead and write down that you're not going to be annoying anybody. You're not annoying your friends. You're not going to overwhelm anybody because the Facebook algorithm won't allow you.
Guys, they're not seeing your stuff
anyway. They're not
anyway.
seeing your stuff anyway. So if you're brand new, I want you to pick 3 or 4 of your closest friends, and I literally want you to go to their profile page and scroll through and see how many that you've seen of their posts. You probably haven't seen half of them.
You guys,
okay?
You know, we'll go into branding in a lot more in depth. But, you know, doing the 10-4-1 is a great structure on how to post. But doing that every day would be the best way to do it.
Oh, the 10-4-1 every day?
Every day, not every week or every 2 weeks.
We're going to walk you through this.
It's easier, guys. It's simpler than you think. The thing that I'm learning, more and more that we do this, and more that people attempt new things that we know work and then stop, and then don't have the results they want. The more and more I see that, really this business is an endurance business. This is a marathon, right? This is something that you need to get comfortable with doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Remember we talked about
the basics only.
We talked about the stuff that Paul and I do isn't sexy. It's not fun. It's monotonous and kind of boring. But the results are super sexy. You know, when we told you and teach you how to write your goals and your affirmations in this book, and you're reviewing them every single day. Remember, hashtag hand cramp, you're writing the same goal every single day in your marble notebook. It's not sexy. It's not fun. But what did Paul and I do? Went to the coffee shop today, sat down, and we wrote down our goals and got ready for Periscope. We started to strategize and get everything, everything out of our head and onto paper. Mm-hmm. So please, don't get overwhelmed with anything. Just get all of your thoughts onto a piece of paper. That's why we told you to get a marble notebook. Just get it all down. Again, if you're brand new, don't worry. We're going to go over the 2-week turnaround and the rule of 5 and what to do.
Guys,
so we're going to organize your business for you.
You guys,
every single step, we're going to organize it for you.
You're going to see that this business is 100% predictable. Mm-hmm. We just got back from Celebration. We'd love to just dump all of it on you right now. But that wouldn't be fair to you, and it wouldn't be as beneficial as if we give it to you in bite sizes, okay? We're doing this for a reason, so that you absorb the information fully, so it becomes a part of your daily habit, your daily action, and you can produce the results that you're looking for. So with that in mind...
So today's just a self-assessment. It's a checkpoint. Do you need to revamp your entire business? Or do you need to refine and keep doing the things that you're doing and maybe add a little bit of Paul and I? Because remember, Paul and I aren't asking you to change anything. Everything that we're teaching you between the 2-week turnaround and the rule of 5 is everything that we've learned either from Jill Bowman, Tracy O'Malley, Tanya Kirkpatrick.
Or the
These
Krugers.
Guys post anywhere from 15 to 30 times a day. 15 to 30 times a day. So you posting 1, 2, 3 times is not going to cut it. We're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to make you uncomfortable, but we're going to be walking you through everything every single day, every step of the way. You're not alone. You're not going to do this alone by yourself, okay?
You know, being broke is extremely uncomfortable. And being rich is uncomfortable in a different way because you have to step out of your comfort zone, right? But it sure is not rich in only money, but rich in life, rich in adding value to people's lives, rich in changing the course of your own family's financial future. I mean, you know, I guess the saying goes, being broke is hard, being rich is hard. You choose your hard, right? So it's just keep it simple. We always talk about the rules of the game, and we're going to go into all this in more depth, but we'll leave you with the rules of the game so you guys understand that today, those checkpoints, those things that she was going over, take responsibility for this and let's give it your all. You guys don't understand. We know how a 90-day game plan will change your life. So real quick, the rules of the game. Rule number one is you are 100% responsible for everything that you do and don't do in your life. And again, your time and effort, your actions that you take, 100% responsibility. We could give you every tip, trick, and secret in the book, but if you don't do it, then nothing's going to happen.
And women are so guilty of this right here. We play the victim role. Oh, nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody wants to see me. I hope I can do it. Stop playing the victim role. Stand firm in where you're at and where you're going in the next 90 days.
Yeah.
Okay? So no more excuses, no more victim mentality, and no more using words that decrease your own self-worth and value. Okay? So you are 100% responsible of what happens over the next 90 days.
I think it was Robin Sharma who said you can either be a victim or a leader, but you can't be both. Right? So just be the leader that you were born to be, okay? And if you don't see that yet, we're going to pull that out of you. We'll show you that it's already there. So rule of the game number one, be 100% responsible. Rule of the game number two is energy first, mechanics and technique second. The energy of your business, the energy of yourself starts with your purpose, your reason why. I can't pull the why out of you. It has to come from within. You know, this needs to be a burning desire as to why you're going to complete this 90-day game plan. In the book, in the 90-day game plan, it has a whole section on why. Fill it out, guys. Fill it out for real.
Our why changes. Your why will change.
And that's okay.
And that's okay too. So Paul and I have to come up with a new why because we've met our other why.
You know, I think they'll go over that in the 90-day game plan. There's what excites you, right, in general, and what excites you now to get you moving now. So that's number two. Energy first, mechanics and technique second. And then rule of the game number three is detach yourself from the outcome. Work without expectation or emotion. Put all your emotion and your feelings into the goal and affirmations that you have for your life. This alone will change the way that you work towards your goals. If you're not attached to the outcome, then you'll continue to push through even in the hard times. You'll continue to push through even in the good times because it doesn't matter if you feel good or bad. You're just going to keep doing the basics, right? And then rule of game number four is be like water, flow. And this has a lot to do with today's talk about the self-assessment. If what you're doing is working, great, refine it and get better. If what you're doing is not working, then throw it out and start over, right? It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. So look at your life in a way that if I have what I want, then I'm good. I'm on the right track. If I don't have what I want, then I need to adjust.
So look at our company. They have customizable packs. It seemed like something maybe wasn't working as efficiently, and what do? Flow like water.
Yeah.
They developed more customizable packs. You know, just be really aware of what's happening in your own business and your own life. If something is not working, there's blocks. You can obviously see something is not working. Then just be flexible and work around it, right?
But there's so much opportunity and there's so many things that you'll see happen over the next 90 days. If you stay consistent, if you stay in the mindset of, you know, the energy and the purpose that you set for yourself every single day, it's going to take work. It's going to take a responsibility on your part to keep your energy right. It's going to take a responsibility on your part to detach yourself from the outcome and to be like water and to continually self-check, you know, to do that self-checking on a daily and weekly basis, not only with yourself but with your mini teams. You guys are going to create something amazing.
You may look. I'm going to be honest with you. You may not see anything physically happen in your business over the next 90 days. This is exactly what happened to Paul and I last year. This time we did a 90-day game plan. We had no idea what we're doing. We kind of half-assed it. We were literally, but we did kind of a 90-day game. At least we did something.
We thought we did.
And it still catapulted our business into January. And then we hit another 90-day game plan with even more strategic, more focus, and it changed the entire blueprint of our life. But I'm telling you, it started with the first 90-day game plan. It started with the first one, so you may not see physical results in your first 90-day game plan, but I promise you will set yourself up with an amazing, strong foundation in your business to go into January with massive, massive momentum. But it starts with this first.
And this all goes back to that business owner mindset of, you know, putting in that effort, putting in that work, and not expecting to get paid on a daily basis. You know, this is not work an hour, get paid for an hour. This is put in work, and then get paid forever.
Ooh,
okay?
I like that.
So keep that in mind when you feel like giving up. Guys, the 90-day game plan is there to catapult your life. There's no doubt in my mind that people will want to feel like giving up after day 1 or day 30 or day 72. But you have to remember, if you feel like giving up, you are somehow attached to the work. You are somehow attached to the effort. And that's the first thing you need to change, is detach yourself from the work and the outcome. If you work the entire 90 days and you don't see anything that you think you should see, and that bothers you, well, then you've attached yourself to the outcome. But if you get to the end of the 90 days and you're like, okay, I'm at the end of the 90 days. What do I have to show for it? I don't know yet. It's too soon to tell. Then you're right on track. It doesn't matter. Then you just get back in the rhythm and keep going. So we could go on and on all day about this. We appreciate you guys jumping on. If you don't have your team on, bring them on too. We're going to go over a lot of techniques, a lot of very specific things that can take you from zero to movement to creating a business of massive residual incomes.
Okay, so we're starting today. The 90-day game plan. I know on your book it says August 31st. Leaders go first. We're starting today. Start forming your little pods. Get your cell phones if you need to upgrade or whatever you need to do. That's just a list.
Get your workspace.
Workspace, the books, the calendar. Get yourself ready, okay?
And guys, all this should probably take maybe an afternoon, or if you don't have that much time in one day,
then get it done over the weekend.
Over a couple days or whatever. So don't waste too much time on it, and just get it done. Go in, get out. Don't get the glittery pens. And
I like glitter.
And you'll be fine.
Okay, so let's wrap this up because we haven't been to the gym in a few days.
Yeah, I gotta get my grow and muscle up.
So we still have to go to the gym, do all that kind of stuff. So thank you for joining us. If you find this of any value, please get your team. We love collaborating with other leaders. If there's certain things that Paul and I need to address for you, then message us and just say, hey, will you kind of touch on this? I'm kind of fuzzy about it or whatever. Yeah. Then we'll touch on it because we do like feedback as well from you. And you guys have added so much value back to our life. And we always love the full circle, right? Everything is full circle. We give you value, you add value back to our life. That's how we collaborate together as leaders. All right, beautiful Thursday. Let's get this going. Get everything ready. Prepare.
So pumped.
Let's go. I'm so freaking excited. All right, guys, we love you. And as always, we want nothing more than for you to live the most extraordinary life.
Always free from physical and financial pain.
Yep. So join us on this mission.
Because it's a stone cold fact.
We do. We've got a better way.
We have a better way.
Let's go tell the world.
Later, guys.
Love you so much.